Casey, what's going on?
Not so much, man.
Last time we interviewed was in Tahoe, right?
That's right.
Rob
yeah.
interviewed you?
Yes.
How's life?
Oh, it's bringing on a new meeting every day, and then watching this tour and watching go from city to city. It's just more inspiring every time. And I didn't get enough when they were out in Napa, and had to come out here in Austin and just get another sense of validation that everything's growing the way it's supposed to. 1 + 1 = 3 is that, you know, you need that positivity. You need a +1 and a +1 to create something more than its sides, right? So win-win situations creates something higher than its original value. You guys really trust each other. We talked about that at the dinner. It was like, if in order for this to work and to make it from Atlantic to the Pacific and back, you guys are gonna have to trust each other. You're gonna have to understand everyone's weaknesses, everyone's strengths, and work together. That's what you gotta do. And you guys did that, and we're taking it home. Sure, yeah, so I jumped on the plane over to Austin. I heard there was a OG meetup and had to be a part of it. I'm from Napa, California, so I've only been here a few hours, and I'm just so excited about the energy and everyone that's here, watching the story and being a part of it. And I don't want to miss out on any experience. I mean, even no matter how many times I've heard a presentation by Kryptosparbuch or seen something online, there's nothing that beats it than being in person. And you learn something new every single time. And you meet someone new every single time. And you see someone getting touched for the first time and actually understanding what's going on here, what's going underneath this veil of politics and all the stuff that's going on with the big C, and no one's actually seeing the entire financial system is changing underneath the eyelids. And it's good to be a part of something, and I think it's gonna grow very fast. Being from Silicon Valley, you know, you kind of see how fast things can change, but I think what people don't realize is that, you know, in the 80s, you had to call someone from a landline. You had to call your broker from a landline just to make a trade. And then you had your personal computer. Maybe you can do some online banking for once. Woohoo! Fast forward 10 years, now you got an application that you can trade yourself, you know, Robinhood or whatever, or just your personal banks. Transform another 10 years, and now we have individual finance without any banks at all. What's next? You know, what do we get? What's in the next 10 years? Be a part of it. The point is like, what do you need now? I mean, how big is the utility and the costs and overhead of all these financial banks when it can be done by a protocol, when it can be done via a network, a trustless network? Why do you need to keep the lights on at a bank? Why can't the people have the power?
Why do you think HEX is a solution?
Well, HEX is a solution because it takes what's good in the current financial system, the traditional market of a certification of deposit, and they put it on a blockchain and give it transparency. Anything that has value comes from the consensus of the people using it. Bottom line, that can be anything. That can go from gold to chickens to teeth, whatever it is, you know, it doesn't matter. The point is that when people trust something and they find it as valuable, then you can grow that consensus. Well, going back to consensus, right? Liquidity, right? We talk about, oh, well, you know, if you get into something early, there's not that much liquidity. You can move the price in mass quantities very quickly with a little amount of financial stimulus, right? The point is that once there's enough liquidity, once there's enough consensus of people using it, just like Bitcoin, or just like the dollar. The dollar is the most liquid financial product in the world. That's why it's the world reserve currency. It's the most powerful because it's the most liquid, because people are willing to trade it for something. The consensus around the world is the US dollar is the world reserve currency. The same is true for HEX, for its possibility to continue on for its life, you know? So as long as the community keeps growing and people keep buying and selling and trading it, then it's always going to be there. In a world where there's a veil over the way people feel like they have to speak to people, he's a person you can go to get truth bombs. And I think that's what's really attracted a certain level of people, is that they're tired of the veil of what people want to hear, what's cool to say, what's new in the lingo. He just really just takes everything and breaks it down and doesn't sugarcoat things. And I think that's really missing. When I got out of the military, I lost something. I lost a group of like-minded individuals who shared a common interest, shared a common story. Maybe not the same story, but we all got to the same place at some particular reason. And I feel that the HEX community is the rebirth of that. And I just want more. I've seen the people, I've seen the different types of people, black, white, yellow, whatever, different backgrounds, different ages, different races, different sexes. It's something I'd never seen before. And I know it's special. When you get out of the military, and especially at a young age, and then you go out into the world, well, people think that the military is scary, but the real world is just as scary, if not scarier. And to have a new community rise up to be a part of is incredible.